at 7, Talk of the Town. Good morning to you. If you just joined, I'm waving to the... Mary thinks I'm waving to her, but I'm waving to the camera here. Good morning, everybody. Talk of the Town. Well, the Talk of the Town is going to be roll call for Relay 2024. Let me get me ears right, and I'm joined in studio. Let me flip the cameras over here. Asher to the two lovely ladies. I'm glad I cleaned myself up this morning. Tracy McBride and Mary McDermott, you're most welcome.
Thanks, Lee.
Come on a wee bit closer to the microphones there now. Who will it talk? Mary, I'll talk. Thanks, Mary. I was just saying to you, this is the first morning that I cleaned myself up, because this is, we'll be probably doing this on social media, which we are now. Put a nice shirt, and I was telling Mary that I put some mousse in my hair, to get the curls there. And thanks for making the effort. And Tracy, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Lee.
I didn't say about the effort. Tracy, we'll start off with Tracy. Tracy, nice to be back again this year.
Yes,
Can't believe it's a year already, isn't it?
Unbelievable. And we're absolutely delighted that yourself and Highland Radio are getting involved again with us this year. So
come on a wee bit close to that microphone, because you got lovely sweet tones and we need to hear them. So roll call for 2024 in May.
Yes, in May. So
it kind of has a ring to it, but anybody hasn't heard of roll call for Relay before, what's it all about?
Okay, so I suppose it's a very simple concept even. And what we're looking for is for schools. And when we say schools, we're using that as a broader term. So we're looking for play schools or creches, primary schools, secondary schools, or any type of organisation that has maybe groups of children involved. And what we want to do is get them involved in Relay for Life Donegal. And the roll call for Relay, I suppose it's taken in the schools challenge. So we ask schools to take part in a simple challenge. And as myself and Mary keep saying, we're really stressing the word simple here. We want schools to do something really simple, and as well as raising awareness, we're looking to raise, I suppose, some funds for Relay for Life Donegal, and we ask children to bring in €1 each for their challenge, so keeping it very simple and affordable for
remember
everybody. Last
year, Mary and Tracy, we had the most crack. We had the teachers on the radio, we had the boys and girls, and it was a big deal because the whole school was listening to it, and so we had wildest crack, and they were doing some very simple challenges. And you were just saying to me as well, Mary, that one of them says, oh, can we just make a cup of tea for everybody and biscuits and stuff like that there? And that was a challenge in itself, but it was like time out, and it's all about having a bit of crack, and it's not to put extra work on the teachers, because teachers are very busy, and there's enough on their plate coming up to wrapping up the end of the year, school year and stuff. So it's just all about having a bit of crack, isn't it?
Yep, definitely, Lee. And 100% we don't want to add to the workload already. Teachers, schools are busy places, but it also can be an opportunity to have a bit of fun. It's about supporting those who are on the cancer journey or have been through it. It's about the awareness, and as Tracy said, if you can raise a few euro along the way. And things like the one minute challenge. So basically, like we were chatting about there, when they're lined up after lunch, everybody doing star jumps, teachers and all, caretaker, everybody has to
That'd
do
be
it.
tough.
And the children love it. They love when the teachers and the school staff get involved as well. And for the 1 minute, last year some of the schools done amazing things. They had bluebell walks, and they had wee soccer tournaments, and I remember one school, they asked the children, and the children wanted a whole day of stuff.
I wouldn't blame them.
And what the school done then is they tied it in with their active flag and doing the activities for the active flag. So sometimes schools can do that, and that's okay as well.
Yeah.
And we're happy to come out to schools if they want us out and do photographs, and we've like a big giant €1 coin that the children like to get their photograph with, and we put the stuff on Facebook, and then at the Relay weekend we use photographs that the schools would give us, or wee videos, and it's all up on the big screen, and the mummies and daddies can come in and see that. And and it's all sort of a light-hearted, good fun, but getting that awareness and support in there at the same time.
Yeah, it's a nice wee soft blend to the whole thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
So if there are any schools or moochers or boys and girls, we'll be flagging it up as the time goes along. How do they find out more information? We'll be talking about it, obviously.
Yeah, so I suppose the best way is to go to the Relay for Life Donegal Facebook page. And we will be putting stuff up there today for the roll call for Relay. They can also email us, and the email address is rollcallforrelay@gmail.com, and we can send them more information there. I suppose that's the best way to get in contact with us.
So we had about 22 schools last year, didn't we?
We had 22 schools on air last year.
22 schools on, and like you're here now, and I have to lay my cards out now. We raised over about 10 grand, which was nice, and we'll talk about the monies now in a wee second. But for me, do you know, having the boys and girls coming on and the Munchers were there, I loved cornering the Muncher and saying Muncher, and the boys and girls would have to say to me then, oh, don't forget about the homework pass. Are we allowed for the homework? Can we push that out again today?
Well, I think we can push that out again today, yeah. And I think that was really a great, I suppose, that was a nice reward for everybody that took part.
It's a big carrot, isn't it?
It is. But it was great for everybody that took part. I suppose it was just another added bonus for the children as well. So
I can't wait for it. It's going to be the beginning of May, right? So just on the monies, Mary, we raised over 10 grand last year.
Yeah,
do you know?
Just in and around
10 grand's
that,
a lot of money.
Which was amazing. It really was an amazing amount of money. And lovely the fact that it has come from right throughout the county as well. You know, there was a great spread, and we did have play schools on, and we had primary schools, and we had a couple of secondary schools.
Yeah.
It was mainly the primary schools, so we would like to see more now.
Secondary schools, get up for the crack. Come on. Homework pass for secondary school, that's big stuff.
It is big stuff.
That is big stuff. That's a big ask, isn't it? Moonsure, what about?
What's big as well is, I think, getting on the radio with yourself, Lee.
Getting
that opportunity.
She's here now. She's like the cat that got the cream. And tell us now, just on the money side of the 10 grand, so what happens to all this money that's raised for, you know, because people ask, what happens to all this money? Because last year was a good bit of money raised. What happens? Where does this all money go?
So
what happens to it?
Last year, as I say, we raised, through our roll call for Relay with yourself, Lee, we raised 10,000. That was part of almost 140,000 that was raised. Basically, I suppose, over the Relay for Life weekend, and also, I suppose, with teams doing events in the run-up to Relay for Life last year. So almost 140,000 raised last year, but there was 279,000 spent. And that was on direct supports for people in Donegal. So that's where the money's going to. And I suppose it's things like, you know, I suppose services that are really valuable for cancer patients, things like night nursing in Donegal, which allows people to stay in their own home, and there would be specialised nurses come in and support them at night time and their families. Also counselling sessions. So there was 145 counselling sessions last year that were basically paid for by the money that was raised in Relay for Life. It also supports things like the volunteer driver service, which brings cancer patients to and from their treatments. And also, and then on top of all that as well, there's a financial support service for families. There's a programme then also for people that have gone through a cancer journey, and then as well research, and that's local research that's happening. That's
great, because when you hear research, you think that's in the States, but that's local research.
This is local research, as well. Amazing. Yeah, so that's where the money is spent. Yeah.
So, roll call for Relay 2024. This is the official kind of wee soft launch for it, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Mary, you're smiling away.
I know.
You're glad you put on your green top this morning. You knew this was going all over social media now. Tracy, I have one last question for Tracy. How do you get your hair so curly, Tracy?
Curly water.
Curly water. Where can I buy it? Can I buy it out in the farm locally? Can I?
Something like that, yeah.
Imagine you were selling. You imagine all the social trends, and you would get the curly water, drink the water, and your hair turns curly.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks very much for taking time out of your morning to come here now. And did you enjoy the tea that you got?
Tea was really amazing.
Tracy, you're a great liar. You didn't get one sip of nothing. Curly water. Ladies, Mary McDermott and Tracy McBride, I'm looking forward to a roll call for Relay 2024. And it all kicks off in May, and we'll be spreading the good news. Thanks very much for coming in, all right?
Thank you, Lee.
Chat to you again.